Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've seen my last couple of videos, you have seen me work on this living room refresh, kind of switching out some of the design items, adding some box molding, and building a new fireplace surround mantle, but I still have a few more projects in here that I want to do. But first, let's talk about this mantle. Most of you guys really liked the mantle, but a lot of you said that you were missing the contrast of the wood, and I 100% agree. I do have a plan for that, but that is going to be coming later. So what I want to start working on in this video is adding just a little bit something different to this room. So, okay, when I look in here, I have rectangle, rectangle, lots of rectangles, rectangle, rectangle windows, rectangle rug, rectangle wall molding. It's a lot of straight lines, and I wanted to soften it up just a little bit by adding some arches to these built-ins on either side, and then possibly add some sconces to the top for even more character. I should have started planning this project at least a week ago, but my kids went back to school today, which always kind of bums me out, and I spent the last week kind of just hanging out with them, soaking up the last little bit of summer. So I have literally nothing done to plan this video, which is not how I usually do things. So I figured this might be a good opportunity, kind of fun, to show you a little behind the scenes, how I start to plan a project, so you can see everything that really goes into a project that I normally don't show. So I have an idea of how I want to create these arches and what material I want to use, but the first thing that I need to do is take some measurements of each side of this so I can know how much product that I'm going to need. All right, so I've got a very rough sketch of what I want the built-ins to look like. I've got my list of things that I need. I can always return any extra, so I just kind of get a rough estimate of what I think I'm going to need. So let's go get all of our stuff. Okay, I'll show you guys an example of me trying to plan ahead and then things just don't go how I think they're gonna go. So I ordered these sconces off of Amazon. I think they are going to be too tall. You can see they have a profile that goes up, and so I just think that I'm not gonna have the clearance because the ceilings are not very tall in this room. So I had to pivot. And this is why I wanted the World Market sconces, because if you can see its profile, it goes straight out. You can tilt it down if you want to, but nothing is coming up. And so I think that that's gonna be a better fit up here, even though we are going to extend the arch. It's going to come down a little bit, but it's going to look better right here and be a better fit than the ones that I ordered. I stopped working for the day because my kids came home from school, so I wanted to hear all about their day. So we're trying to get back on like a good schedule again, and for me that definitely includes a better sleep schedule. So I was super excited to partner with today's sponsor, BM. So I've been using their Dream Powder, which is a healthy hot chocolate that has ingredients like magnesium and melatonin that are designed to help you get a good night's sleep. BM has different formulas and a bunch of different flavors, so you can find the one that works best for you, but they're all designed to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. Sometimes in the morning it's really hard for me to wake up. I am not a morning person, so I like products that don't make me groggy in the morning. Also, it helps that they taste really good. It's like a sweet treat at night. They have no added sugar and they're only 15 calories. So I like to warm up some almond milk and then add a couple of scoops, and I'm using the cinnamon cocoa flavor and then using a frother to kind of make it a little bit more fancy. You can subscribe and save 20%. You can also get an additional 15% off and a free frother when you click the link down in the description and use my code ROMITO. That's up to an additional 35% off. You can pause, skip, cancel at any time, so there's no risk. So make sure that you guys go check them out, and don't forget to use my code ROMITO to start getting better sleep today. So we've got our materials, we've got a rough plan, and now before we can start making our changes, we have to do a little bit of demo first. Have to remove these boards up top up here, and possibly this little board in the middle that I put to kind of camouflage that these were two separate bookshelves that I put together. So I need to remove those before we can add the arch in. So I am using the boards that used to be up there because they are the width that I need already. I'm using those as a template for when I cut my arches. I also need to decide how much, like how thick I want at the top above the arch. So I need to use my sconce and hold it up to get kind of a rough estimate of what I want to do there. To get the arch shape, I marked on the board how far down I wanted my board to kind of meet up with the wall. So I had this bender board from Home Depot, and I'm having my helpers here hold it at that point. And then I am just tracing along that line. And then I took it outside and used my jigsaw and cut very carefully along this line. Before we attach the arches to the front of our bookshelves here, I added in this kind of blocking up here in the middle and on the sides to give myself something to be able to shoot the nails into when I am attaching the hardboard arch. Also, I put a bigger piece in the middle here because I'm going to need something solid to attach the sconces to. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do the lighting. So we're just going to take our extension cord and make sure that you buy one that's a 3-prong, because that's how you know that it has all of the wires inside that you'll need. You need your black, white, and your ground. And we're just going to cut the end off of this, and it's going to expose these wires. And I'm going to use my little wire stripper, and I will expose the wires inside and then wire them like I would normally to the light. So now we've basically just made a plug-in light. So anytime I plug this in, the light would turn on. But I don't want to have to go physically plug them in every time I want the sconces on. So that's where this little gadget comes in. I ordered it off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. And basically you plug this into your outlet, and then this little light switch controls this outlet. So I'll plug this into the outlet, and then I will plug the surge protector into that. And this is simply just so we can plug in more than one light at one time. So I'll plug my lights into this, and then every time I click this on, both of the sconces will come on. Okay, let's try it out. Got my little gadget plugged in right here. Gotta put in the surge protector. Then I will plug in each of the extension cords that connect to a light into it. And then here's the little switch. Oh, they both work. That's awesome. And now that we have that wiring done, I just need to drill holes into each of these blocks for the wiring to come through. And so the wiring will go kind of behind the TV there, and this one will come down like this. And there's an outlet inside of here, and it'll come down right there and plug in, and we'll be able to control it with the switch. Okay, the wiring is all done. I forgot to mention that this little switch is mountable, so I can just mount it here or wherever, somewhere on the bookshelves. So we'll just leave this here for right now for whenever we need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the arches, but before I do that, I need to cut a hole in the top of them that's going to allow the wiring to come through, or else it will not lay flat.
She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wind, even though she could knock down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back lately?
Okay, everything is sanded and I wiped it all down to get any dust off of the shelves. And it is time to prime all of this hardboard that we use to make the arches.
Just a dream, just all in my head. Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winners? So tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known my best to move on, to let go.
Okay, I added a second coat of primer and I went ahead and installed the lights just so you guys could see what they look like installed. And I love it. I love the arches and the softness that they bring to the room, but really the lights are, I think, my favorite thing. They add so much coziness to the room, but it's not finished yet. I still have to paint. And then up top, I'm gonna add a piece of trim up there, but I'm going to paint it first once we decide on the paint color and then install it. So that'll be in next week's video. But I seriously need you guys' help. I was originally thinking I was going to paint the built-ins darker, and then I was playing around with maybe some mid-tones. The primer coat has me wanting to keep it white. I'm very confused as to what I want to do. I will pop up a picture of what I've been playing around with in Canva, some different colors for the built-ins, but let me know down in the comments what you think. Should I go dark? Should I do a mid-tone? Should I leave it white? Let me know your opinion because I'm going to be painting very soon. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye!